Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well, and in today's video we are looking at another ball grip ratcheting screwdriver from Vessel. Unlike the previous set of ball grip ratcheting screwdrivers that I looked at, this doesn't have a fixed screwdriver head type. This has the actual quarter hex bit holder stuck on the end of the shaft there, so you can use any of the standard quarter hex bits that are widely available. So it makes it a much more versatile unit in that respect. The unit I've got does come with a set of bits from Vessel. Just comes in this plain cardboard box. None of the fancy packaging that you see with the ball grip driver set there. Very basic indeed. A little bit of information on it, type of bits that are there, dimensions, and more information about the magnetic head and the ratcheting mechanism. So in terms of the bits that arrive with it, you see here you have a Phillips 1, a Phillips 2, a Phillips 3, a slotted, number 4 and number 6, 2 Robertson bits, the square drives, number 1 and number 2, and then finally 3 Torx bits here, which is a T15, a T20 and a T25, and they are the standard Torx bits rather than the security type. Now, I believe this driver is also available just with the number 2 Phillips bit, but that wasn't available to me. I purchased this on Amazon UK for the sum of £39.97. However, it's actually fulfilled by Amazon USA, so it took about 3 weeks to get delivered to me, whereas the actual ratcheting screwdriver set, that is available directly on Amazon UK and is fulfilled by them, as is a standard number 2 Phillips screwdriver that's widely available on Amazon UK as well, and is also available directly. In comparison, that's around about £15 on Amazon UK. The actual screwdriver set was £105 if I remember correctly. So you can see the two units side by side, and the number 2 Phillips are placed inside the holder as well to match it, and you see it is a little bit longer in comparison to the standard Vessel ratcheting ball grip screwdriver. And what you also notice is as well, this bit, one of its selling parts is this insulated shaft on the screwdriver to protect against shorting between two terminals. If you're working on something like car electrics, you lose that with this bit holder bit there, which is all conductive surface, so not so quite friendly in that respect. Although personally I would never use it on live circuits for that reason, as it has no specific rating for that. Fairly nice strong magnet on the bit holder bit as well, and the bits here, these are the Vessel impact rated bits for use on battery powered wrenches. In comparison to a standard bit, they are a little bit longer. You can see them there. So about 1/8 of an inch longer, perhaps a little bit more, 3/16, but standard bits will also fit in there as well, no problems. They are a little bit more difficult to remove, he says. Ooh. Having the kind of the collar there, you can actually remove these a lot easier than you can a standard bit. Double-ended bits, whilst this Phillips head does fit in and does lock in, it's picking up on the actual webs of the Phillips head, because this is a number 2. If you try the slotted, it doesn't work, so you can't use double-ended bits with this. Standard impact wrench bits, they do fit as well, no problems. So totally compatible in that respect, although this is a little bit deeper than a standard wrench. If I take the Ghidorah and put the two bits in there for comparison, you can see on the standard wrench is sticking out a little bit more than on the Vessel wrench there. It doesn't make any difference to the operation of it, but it is a little bit deeper. But I've not found any bits that are incompatible with this in terms of the length like that. Ratchet itself is exactly the same as the others. You've got the finger control, turn it, and then you can change direction with the actual collar here, or you can lock it in place if you want to. Fairly easy to use in that respect. And then the ratcheting mechanism does detach to make it into a small dumpy screwdriver that you can use there, exactly the same previously, but this isn't a magnetic head, this is a little clip that's locking the bits in place there, and these bits do move around a little bit in the head. No great issue again, but it's just something to be aware of, I guess. Totally cross compatible. You can take the screwdriver bit out of there, you can swap them over, and then they are work in exactly the same manner, no problems. So everything is cross compatible in that manner, and that's the basic screwdriver really. Don't think I've forgotten to mention anything. Let's line them up against all my other screwdrivers and see how it looks in comparison. So you can see here the previous screwdrivers that I looked at, all ratcheting mechanisms. The vessel ball grip at the front here is actually the shortest screwdriver of the lot. Not by much. That's what it looks like in comparison to the Ghidorah standard one. So about 1/4 of an inch-ish. The one at the other end, the longest one that I have, goes straight out of screenshot. Fantastic. You can see you're approaching over an inch, 1.25 there. Much longer. Obviously this doesn't have any bits in the handle in the same way that this does, and the Stanley and the other Ghidorah does have bits in it as well. But the collar is there, much bigger handle on this, so you can kind of switch this the same way as you can with the vessel here, but it does fill your hand out quite a bit more in that respect. The only one that is detachable is the DuPont one here, but in comparison you get a shorter screwdriver that you can put bits straight in, but nowhere near in comparison to the vessel there. It's a much shorter unit. So we'll take a look to see how they fit inside a tool bag. This is the Vito TP4P tool pouch that I have here as an example. I have my general motor maintenance loadout in. Currently has 10 screwdrivers in here, which will take out these top 3. And we've got a large PB Swiss, but that's a strike through. So we can put our vessel ball grips in place of those easily enough. They fill out, sit quite nicely together really, and you can see the black here identifying the bit holder type, and then orange for the slotted and red for the Phillips type there, so that works out quite nicely. You can, if you want to, they will go into the front as well, a little bit deeper, so you can snuggle them down right down in there if you wanted to. And if you want to take the blades out and use them on their own, and then just have the one ball grip, they'll not so easily sit in these ones because they go quite deep. You can put 2 in together like that, or you can use the come back front pocket. There is another way of doing it. Probably the longer versions work better in that manner. For the top pockets, you can sit them in there, 2 of them in there, so that works out quite nicely as well. I don't think you could put them in like that if you wanted to find somewhere else to put the actual ratchet, so you could take them around like that as well. A bit more space saving. With regard to the bits, if we just load the camera a little bit, you can see for this loadout I have a little PB Swiss holder here because it has the belt clip on the back that you can slide on easy enough and then open them up to get to them. The vessel bit holder that comes with this doesn't have anything like that. I guess you could fix it to a belt through there, but it wouldn't go onto this tool pouch very well. With its being standard 1/4 hex drive, you can take these bits out and swap them over easily enough. And you could do that, and you put them in there and they still close up and they still fit, no problems. So you could do that if you wanted to, but in turn these will fit inside the vessel anyway, so it doesn't really matter in that respect. It's just a preference for which bits you have, or a certain selection of bits, and that's that aspect. So there you go, that's our 1/4 hex bit ratcheting ball grip screwdriver from Vessel. As I say, quite expensive, but quite a nice unit. We'll see how we get on with it over a more extended period of time, but I've enjoyed using the other ball grip screwdrivers, so quite happy with it at this moment in time. That'll be it from this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you found it useful, and I'll see you again in the next one.